Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, we have just talked about the Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza and the impeachment that took place yesterday. MCS have done their job and all of them overwhelmingly vote to impeach Kawira Mwangaza. I will not go into that discussion of impeachment, but I want to focus on Moses Kuria's statement because the other one we have already analyzed. If you do not watch, then I will put a link on this video. You can go and watch it. My focus right now is on what Moses Kuria is saying in reaction to that impeachment. And if you check on Twitter, is it X, formerly Twitter, Kuria is reacting, and he's very clear that there is someone who want to become Mount Kenya kingpin. And in one of the ways of becoming the kingpin, in his attempt, is by trying to bring down other leaders in the same Mount Kenya region so that he can be the kingpin. Kuria is against that. He's condemning that, and he's standing with the Governor Kawira Mwangaza. Kuria, being a cabinet secretary, is going against what UDA is doing in Meru. And it's very clear. So I want us to go through that tweet. Then from there are obvious questions we are asking here. And I will tell you the question. This is what he's saying here. I stand with Governor Kawira Mwangaza. This is an evil scheme by someone who think that the only way to be a Mount Kenya kingpin is to bring down other leaders, not to solve the problems of our people who are getting desperate by the day. History will vindicate me. So the issue is that instead of solving the problem that the people are facing in Mount Kenya, then the only way some of these leaders are seeing is to bring down other leaders who seemingly are competing them. Indeed, Governor Kawira Mwangaza has a program that is trying to sort out some of those problems because she is now focusing on the poor of the poorest within the community. That's the truth. But the question is that who want to become the Mount Kenya kingpin? Who want to become the kingpin of Mount Kenya region? Because that's the person Moses Kuria is talking about. Ni Kithure Kindiki, Gachagwa, Mithika Linturi, Kimani Ichung'wah, Ndindi Nyoro, or even Kuria himself. Who is that individual that Kuria is addressing in this tweet? That is the question. Number two, who is the owner of this war between Kuria and that person that is not mentioned in this tweet? Those are the two questions we want to try and answer here. But before we go deep into that, just a quick request. For those who are watching this channel and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, definitely, if you ask anyone about the issue of kingship in Mount Kenya region or kingpin in Mount Kenya region, the first answer you will get is that Gachagua is working hard to become the Mount Kenya region kingpin. That's why Gachagua refused to be a deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. Instead, he reduced himself to a Mount Kenya region deputy. That's the perception, that's the truth. So Gachagua is working hard to become the Mount Kenya region kingpin. And I want to assume that is the person Moses Kuria is trying to address. Kuria has a message for regarding Gachagua. And Kuria does not agree with Gachagua's position. Kuria is condemning what Gachagua is doing. He stands with Governor Kawira Mwangaza. I'm saying so because also we are all aware that When we had such issues of impeachment, Ruto decided to reach out to Gachagua and asked him to go and sort out the problem in Meru by bringing together the MCS and the governor. We saw the meetings between Gachagua, Kawira Mwangaza, we saw the MCS. But then, what is the results of that meeting? It is clear, written on the wall in capital letters, impeachment. It's not even a year. But the solution that Gachagua came out with, it was to arrange or organize for another impeachment. And that is what Kuria believed, and that's why he is condemning regarding Gachagua. So Kuria is talking to Gachagua. But then we also ask ourselves the very second question. Who is the owner of this war between Kuria and now we know the second person is Gachagua? Who is the owner of this war? Is it Kuria himself or other leaders in the Mount Kenya region who would not agree with the Gachagua, or Ruto, their boss? Definitely. For example, if you want to control something even in your neighborhood, hata kwa jirani huko, it is easy to control them or even to advise when they are divided. But when they are united, ni ngumu kwenda kwa nyumba fulani yenye watu wameungana unasema unaenda kuwapea decision or to advise. Yeah, you cannot. Ruto understands. For him to control Mount Kenya region, you have to make them to see each other as an enemy with a competing interest that is equal to the other person. Gachagua has interest, Moses Kuria has interest, and their interests are not converging. It is competing interest. So Ruto has to revive that war between the two and tell them that you can all be leader. Anaambia Kuria, wewe unaweza ongoza. Gachagua hako pale anajua ni yeye. So you create that kind of war, and in that way you remain the person to define the politics in Mount Kenya region. Ruto is planting a seed, a political one, in Mount Kenya region to make them divided and remain the only person who can step at the mountain and bring these people together. That is a strategy he's using. So Kuria is there to checkmate Gachagua. And this war is for William Ruto. Ruto will be happy that let impeachment to go on in Meru, so that now Moses Kuria will have something to say. And now Gachagua will carry the burden, the blame. Then in that way, he will come in pretending to be the savior of the mountain and bring that peace. Mwenye hizi vita ni William Ruto. The origin of Meru impeachment is from State House, and the Gachagua is being used. Indeed, Gachagua might be involved in a big way because this one is a former DO and a one-term member of parliament. Hana that much big experience in national politics. He don't have. Mambo anajua ni kupeana order, and that's why in this government, it is government of order. Anapeana ma-order here and there. It is a government of, is a kind of, you know, dictatorship. Ile tabia na ile hali ya kuwa dio. Amebeba hiyo tabia, ameleta kwa serikali na hajui kiwango ile anaongoza kwa saa hizi. So, kwa sababu mtu akupeana orders, Ruto can also be used him, organize impeachment huko kama nini na nini. So he's reaching out to Gachagua, reach out to Moses Kuria, make the war and remain the person at the center. And it is not only Moses Kuria. We know that there's no way Gachagua will have a meeting in Mount Kenya region where Ndindi Nyoro will show in that meeting, if indeed Ruto is not part of that event. The only place you will see people like Ndindi Nyoro, Kimani Ichung'wah, in the company of Gachagua in Mount Kenya region, then Ruto is in that event. Kama Ruto hayuko, Gachagua, fanya maneno yako, hutaona Ndindi Nyoro, hutaona Kimani Ichung'wah, hutaona Moses Kuria. So Rigathi Gachagua has 3 people in Mount Kenya who are there to checkmate him. Na ukienda sana, pia unapatana na mtu mwingine anaitwa Kithure Kindiki ako pale. So the war is continuing. There is huge difference between Kuria and Gachagua. It is huge war. It's like just a drop in the ocean, then it is growing. And the person who is celebrating the war is William Ruto. He would want Gachagua to be fought. He would want Gachagua to have no space to breathe, so that he will have that chance to give directive orders to Gachagua on what to do. Now to come in other savior of the mountain. So there is war in Kenya Kwanza, and the owner of war is William Ruto. And the biggest loser in this war is none other than Rigathi Gachagua. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much, and see you in our next video.